Hello, my name is Cole Wellman, and this is my self-introduction speech for public speaking. Here we go. In the small town of Neola on May 27th, 1999, a young boy was born into the Wellman family. I was the first of 3 children, 2 siblings which were from my birth mother and 1 from my stepmother. It was nice growing up in a small town in Iowa because you could ride your bike around and run around with no worries at all. Everyone knew each other, and you could even leave your doors unlocked. Coming from humble beginnings in the town of Neola, a town of 900 people, I was quickly thrust into the city life later in life. My parents were divorced in 3rd grade, so that came with a lot of moving and making new friends. I was in Neola for grades preschool through 3rd grade, and then I moved to Council Bluffs for grades 4th through 6th grade. In those grades, I was involved in many sports such as football, basketball, track, baseball. These were nice years for me moving as a young child because I learned to make friends. I learned to be an empath, I learned to be a positive person, and just learned to reach out to people that I wanted to talk to. Next, I moved to Bellevue, Nebraska for middle school for 7th grade through 12th grade. This is where I learned to be a better listener. Given more opportunities in a big city, there was more clubs that you can be involved in and more opportunities for growth. Bellevue is also where I learned what I kind of wanted to do with life. At Logan Fontenelle in Bellevue West, I was involved in sports such as football and track, and then I was involved in clubs such as DECA. DECA is kind of where I got my introduction to business and kind of knew that I wanted to be in the business professional world one day. I ended up going to nationals for DECA in California for my franchise business marketing project. This was a great experience and where I knew that I wanted to be in the business world. After high school, I ended up going to Northwest Missouri State for a year and a half. This didn't end up being the best decision for me as I was focused on the wrong things and wasn't really there for school at that time. So I ended up moving back home and working a bunch of odd jobs such as concrete, pest control, and I even ended up working in the funeral business. While working in the funeral business, I did throw out my back. So that was kind of where I learned that this isn't really what I want to do for the rest of my life, as I will be putting my body on the line for money that really isn't worth it. So I decided to go back to school. While I was in school, I worked part-time at Red Wing Boot Store, and I figured out that you can't really make enough money to live at a part-time job. At the time, I was enrolled in Metro for business, and I got a job at Woodman Life Insurance, where I currently work now. That has been a great opportunity for me to create connections and get my foot in the door at a very big company in the Omaha city. Throughout my journey through life, I have been uprooted a lot, learned to make good friends, and figured out what I wanted to do with my life. I will be graduating from Metro in May, and we'll be on to the next chapter in life. Thank you.